Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
And I am Mike.
And today is Blind Fight Friday. So what are we doing today for Blind Fight Friday? This was a request way a long time ago by John Shank, VM2... or 21C, I believe it is. So
Spit that out.
Thank you, John Shank, anyways, for this request. We didn't do it for such a long time because I didn't have a Russell's Reserve private barrel. So we acquired one, and we're going to do it today. So this one is a 110 proof. We got it for $59.99. It's a Total Wine one. And the Four Roses single barrel is, I think it's 100 proof even, and we got it for $49.99. So he wanted to see these two, or two variations of such. If I picked the wrong bottles, I apologize, because I had it written down Russell's versus the single barrel, so I'm assuming this is what it was. But I thought it'd be a good one anyways, because I don't remember not liking either one of these two. So, regular Blind Fight Friday rules. I leave the room, Mike pours for me. He leaves the room. I pour for him. We may or may not be drinking the same thing at the same time. We're going to start with glass number one, regardless of what you've seen going on the left of me while I was doing all this.
The boy behind the curtain.
Yeah. So,
it's not really a head start because I didn't get a crazy nose on either one.
Other than the proof, what
was that? I was even zoning that out.
Again, I can't repeat it. This is 100. This is 110.
Okay.
So, thank you for the suggestion.
I am sitting here.
And sorry that it wasn't a prompt response because honestly, I killed our bottle of it. So
we got another one of those classes coming up soon.
Yes, we do.
See, nothing's jumping out my nose one.
See, and I'm not hating my nose one. It's not screaming, but it's not muted. I'm almost getting a slight hint of a cherry. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick which bottle which.
I'm going to do my damnedest. The last one we did, I didn't guess only but one. It was
The funny thing is, and I nailed all four bottles, and I wasn't going to guess at all, but remember I said off screen, I think it might be this, and I said, actually, I don't mind glass one at all.
No. Nor do I.
And I ended up, I really didn't think I was going to have a shot at guessing any of them. And the
only one I got was the B.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even guess on the rest of them, so. I don't mind my one.
No, I agree. I'm getting a nice caramel cherry on one right now. I don't know if it's going to change.
I'm not getting that.
But it's getting a little. It's got a nice viscosity. I can tell you that.
I'm getting pretty good heat on my one.
I'm gonna have to see what glass two brings me. But I'd be glad with anyone who poured me glass one and said, "Here, try this." You know what I mean? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that one.
My two seems to be a little fruitier.
I'm trying to see what I have on a nose on two. It's definitely a difference in the smell, I can tell you that.
Two's pretty good too, though.
Difference in the taste also. Oh, this is going to be a tricky one. I got to tell you that. These are actually two very good pours.
They are. I'm going to go. I thought I was quite confident on my first guess, but now I'm a little torn.
I'm kind of in that same boat. I had an idea where I was, and I'm not sure my idea is correct anymore. So I'm going to have to see this again. Which you would think, the funny thing is, it's 10 points difference in proof. You'd think I'd be able to just pick out that, but they're both super viscous, and they have a ton of flavor, and they actually both have a decent hang time. Like they have I'm having a hard time.
I'm now not only that. Which one do I like better?
Mm-hmm. That's going to be the biggest test.
Pretty
they're
content
both
with
delicious.
both of them.
They're both very good. I think I know which one is which, but the ultimate question, which one do I like better?
That's
I'll tell you, this one surprised us the last time we put it in a four-way blind and it ended up coming in second. We had some banging bottles out of that one. So I was pretty happy with that.
I think it's holding its own right now.
No, 100% it is. I thought this was going to be easy and it was going to be a no-brainer which one I picked, but I'm not in that land. It's kind of like one that someone asked for not that long ago. It just recently came out where they wanted the Woodford Double Oak against the rare breed. There's a huge contrast in proof and stuff. And that is literally which day you feel. You know what I mean?
Because that day
you actually picked Woodford on. I did, one. Yeah. Because I 100%. I could see either way.
It seemed to had a little more flavor in that one. But this, I'm a little torn here.
I'm a little torn here too because. There's a weird concept in this. So in my head, I think the bottles are as is. I think I have this on the left. I mean, Four Roses on my left, but I think my left glass, whatever it might be, is drinking with a little bit more flavor and almost a little bit more spice, and that doesn't make sense because that's the lower proof one.
So I think my glasses are opposite that. But the nose in my 2 seems to be stronger.
And the palate in my 1 seems to be stronger, but that doesn't make sense because it's not as proofy.
I'm with you on that. But the nose is way stronger.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go back and I gotta go back and forth another time, but it seems. I mean, it has a great viscosity. The flavor lasts like it's not drinking with a proof flavor.
It still just holds here a little.
No,
my too.
I mean, it's 100, 110, so it's not like it's 80 and 140. You know what I mean?
It almost seems to be a little thicker. My 2. And originally the nose was lighter, but now the taste seems to hang on better. I'm struggling for a nose in my 1.
The funny thing, my 2 is it on the nose. It's slightly darker, but it drinks a little bit more refined. But I think I like the aggressiveness of my glass 1 today. Like I think I'm liking. I mean, I'm gonna have to go back and forth one more time. This is a great choice. Honestly, there's not a bad bottle on here.
No.
These last couple times I've seen
off from each other.
No, they're not actually. But the last time I've seen the Russell's barrel picks, they went up. They went up in price. Like the last one was like $65, $70. I don't know if that's everywhere for the last store that I saw it in, but these are 2 good pours. I could say that. I wouldn't say no to either. And it really is that close. It's that close.
I think I'm going to lean towards my number 2.
It's funny you should say that. I think we may be drinking opposite, but I get a different punch out of my glass 1 that I like that little extra bunch, which would make me say it should be the Russells. I don't really care which glass I have. I'm leaning towards
my number 2. It's a little thicker, a little more. There's a little more to it to me.
See, and I say that about my glass 1. I like both of these, but my glass 1 is a little more aggressive. It's a little more viscous, and it has a little bit longer hang time. It coats a little bit better. So, again, I think they're as is, which is crazy to me, and I hope it's the case because I'd like to see the lower proof one win. But
that is the way I poured them.
The way it is?
The way it is for you.
Yes. All right. So in that case, this is a banging single barrel then, because this has turned up it for 100 proof. Because when I first looked at the proof, like when I bought it, I didn't pay attention to the proof. I just saw single barrel, and I looked. I'm like, it's only 100 proof. This drinks well above the 100 proof mark, considering this is 110.
But with flavor,
that's what I'm saying.
And the nose, everything, that one just seemed to step above, and hopefully I got them right. But we'll see.
So in your case, I put Russell's single barrel on your left because you picked glass 2, right? Yeah. And Four Roses on your right. So both ways it works. These are 2 really good bottles. So I just want to make sure I rate mine right. So I did 1 and 2, and I picked Four Roses over Russell's also. So these are 2 good bottles, and you would think the extra 10 proof. This is very good, but this just really drinks with like
it does, and it's almost like the Russell's is not. It doesn't have as much flow to it. As much extra. It's like a 1-note Charlie kind of today.
I don't know about the 1-note Charlie, but I think this one has a higher rye or something because there's a spice in that one. Like they're more peppery. This one drinks more refined, and it's dark and it's rich and it's delicious. And by itself, all day long, I'd be loving this one. You know what I mean? But this one, the Four Roses. So the winner today of the Blind Fight Friday is the Four Roses single barrel on ours. It was from Warehouse EN, barrel number 54-2G. So if anyone finds one of these, or if you have a single barrel Four Roses that you guys really like, leave a comment down below because I heard there's huge variations and you want to get the higher the barrel, the better it is, of course. Oh, yeah, that's what I had heard about them. So I don't know. So I know
I see them all the time, but I don't really study them up, and I don't know the difference. I told you, it's like hieroglyphics to me. So.
No, right. So because they have their 5 strains of yeast, and they got their 10 different things. So you'd have to do a math equation and write everything down because your Lord knows you're not going to remember. You can't remember the bottles right recently.
I just keep buying the same bottles.
Well, there you go. There is our Blind Fight Friday. Winner today, Four Roses. There's not a loser on this table, though, because if these single barrels, this is our second bottle now, and they're all absolutely delicious, too, on their own. So thank you, John Shank, for this idea. If anyone has a future idea for a Blind Fight Friday or a Sunday Fun Day, please leave a comment down below because we always like to try to put yours out. And again, like in this case, if we don't have the bottle, it'll just be time. I write them down. We try to get to them. We just got to get the bottle in order to do it. So that being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
Subscribe. I definitely like